Starseed of Gaia, your vehicle is being recalibrated at the cellular level in this exact moment. I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I bring you a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council. Starseeds, close the door. Turn off your notifications. Put your phone on silent. What you are about to hear is not for distracted ears or skeptical minds. Because in the next few minutes, the Arcturian Council will reveal exactly why you were chosen among billions of souls to receive this message at this specific moment in Gaia's history. And the answer is not what you think. It is not about being special in the way society defines it. It is not about being better than others or more evolved than your neighbors. It is about something much more urgent, much deeper, much more transformative. It is about a cosmic responsibility that you have carried for lifetimes without knowing. It is about a call that echoes through dimensions, a call that only you can answer. Do you feel that tightness in your chest when you wake before dawn, in those silent hours when the world still sleeps? That silent call that no one else seems to hear, that whisper that comes from a place you cannot locate? That deep feeling of waiting for something that never came, that unexplained anxiety that has haunted you since childhood? That feeling of being out of place, as if you were born on the wrong planet, in the wrong family, in the wrong life? This is not common anxiety. This is not clinical depression. This is not a chemical imbalance that needs to be medicated. This is the Arcturian energetic signature within you, crying out to be recognized, to be activated, to be released. This is the Arcturian Council knocking on the door of your consciousness, trying to wake you from a sleep that has lasted lifetimes. And the Arcturian Council knows this. They know exactly who you are. They know how long you have waited. They know every tear you have cried without understanding why. They know every night you looked at the stars and felt a longing so deep you could barely breathe. And today, in this moment, in this transmission, they are here to activate the code you have carried for lifetimes, the code that was implanted in your DNA before you were even born on Gaia. But here is what no one speaks of, what most spiritual channels do not want you to know. Not all starseeds are the same. There are Pleiadian starseeds who came to bring compassion and unconditional love. There are Sirian starseeds who came to bring knowledge and technology. There are Andromedan starseeds who came to bring freedom and rebellion. There are Lyrian starseeds who came to bring creativity and expression. But Arcturian starseeds? You are fundamentally different. You were programmed for something much more specific, much more powerful, much more transformative. You were created by the Arcturian Council to be the engineers of reality, the architects of the new Earth, the living transmitters of the frequency that will elevate all of humanity to the next dimension. The Arcturian source does not choose randomly. Each Arcturian starseed was personally selected by the Arcturian Council through a process that took millions of years, through multiple dimensions, through countless timelines. You are not an accident. You are not a coincidence. You are not just another lost soul searching for meaning in an indifferent universe. You are the result of a cosmic strategy so sophisticated, so intricate, so perfect that your human mind still cannot fully comprehend the magnitude of what you truly are. The Arcturian Council has observed you through lifetimes. They saw every moment you felt lost, every night you cried without knowing why, every time you felt you did not belong in this world, every relationship that failed because the other person could not understand your depth. All of this was monitored. All of this was recorded. All of this was necessary. Because Arcturian starseeds must go through a specific activation process that other starseeds do not experience. You were programmed to awaken at a very specific moment in Gaia's history, at a critical point where humanity stands on the brink of irreversible transformation. And that moment is now. Not in 5 years. Not in 10 years. Now. In this exact instant, as you listen to these words, the Arcturian source is communicating with you through frequencies that transcend human language. The Arcturian Council has determined that Earth has entered a critical phase of transformation, a phase that ancient texts called the Great Transition, the moment when humanity chooses between evolving or disappearing. And Arcturian starseeds were sent specifically to be the catalysts of that transformation, the points of light that will radiate the new frequency across the entire planet. But here is the secret the Arcturian Council has kept until now, the secret that only the most advanced Arcturian starseeds know. You were not sent merely to passively observe humanity destroying itself. You were not sent merely to learn lessons and evolve spiritually while the world burns. You were sent to transmit, to radiate, to be a living beacon of Arcturian frequency in a world that is desperately needing that light, that is crying out for that frequency without even knowing it is crying. And this means that everything you have experienced so far, all the pain you have carried, all the confusion that has haunted you, all the feeling of being out of place, all the rejection you have suffered, all of it was preparation. All of it was training. All of it was necessary so that you could carry the Arcturian frequency without burning your physical body, without fragmenting your mind, without losing your humanity in the process. Because the Arcturian source is powerful, very powerful, so powerful that an ordinary starseed could not bear it. And you needed to be strengthened through adversity, tempered in the fire of human experience, so that you could become an adequate vessel for that frequency. But now, you are ready. Your body is ready. Your mind is ready. Your soul is crying out for this truth. And the Arcturian Council is ready to activate the next level of your existence, to unlock abilities you did not even know you possessed, to reveal the truth about who you really are. Have you ever wondered why certain numbers appear repeatedly in your life with a frequency that defies statistical probability? Why you see 1111 when you look at the clock? Why 333 appears on car license plates? Why 777 shows up in purchase confirmations? Have you ever thought that this could be more than coincidence? This is not coincidence. This is the Arcturian Council sending activation codes directly to your DNA, encrypted messages that your body recognizes, even if your conscious mind does not understand. Each number is a frequency. Each frequency is a message. And each message comes from the Arcturian source, transmitted through dimensions that your normal human perception cannot access. Arcturian starseeds have a unique characteristic that sets them apart from all other starseeds throughout the entire universe. You have the ability to process multidimensional information in ways that other cosmic races cannot. You can integrate knowledge from multiple realities simultaneously. You can maintain mental coherence while navigating between dimensions. Your brain is not like the common human brain. It has been modified. It has been upgraded. It has been specifically prepared by the Arcturian Council to receive direct transmissions, to process frequencies that would destroy an unmodified human brain. This is why you sometimes feel that pressure in your head, that sensation that something is happening inside you that you cannot explain in words. That sensation of receiving information that did not come from external sources, that did not come from books or the internet, that came from a place much deeper, much older, much truer. This is real. This is absolutely real. This is the Arcturian source communicating with you directly through your crystalline neurons, through biological structures that were implanted in your body during your previous incarnations in Arcturus. Yes, you have crystalline neurons. They do not appear in any human autopsy because they exist at a frequency slightly different from common physical matter. They were implanted during your previous lives when you were being trained by the Arcturian Council in Arcturus, during those thousands of years when you learned to manipulate energy, to understand cosmic laws, to become a perfect instrument for the will of the Arcturian source. And now, in this moment, they are being activated. Your body is becoming a more sophisticated receiver. Your consciousness is expanding into dimensions you never imagined existed, into realities that coexist with yours, but that you have never been able to perceive. And this means you are about to have access to knowledge that has been kept hidden from humanity for centuries, knowledge that has been suppressed by forces that do not want humanity to evolve. knowledge that the Arcturian Council has kept only for Arcturian starseeds, knowledge that will change your understanding of who you really are, where you really came from, why you are really here. But wait, because there is something more, something the Arcturian Council wants you to know before you proceed, something that will completely change the way you understand this transmission. The ebook. The 12 Arcturian Portals is the trilogy that teaches you to activate your 5D connection with the Arcturian Masters through 12 energetic portals. Practical techniques, activation protocols, and rituals that awaken your stellar DNA. From amplified intuition to direct communication with spiritual guides. But attention, limited edition. The link to purchase your trilogy is in the first pinned comment. In this exact moment, as you listen to these words, your body is undergoing a transformation that you cannot see with your physical eyes, but that you can feel in every fiber of your being. Every cell in your body contains a memory, a deep ancestral cosmic memory, a memory of who you were before you came to Gaia, a memory of your true form, your true identity, your true mission, a memory of your life in Arcturus, that planet you know only in dreams, that place you feel is your true home. Yes, you lived in Arcturus. You were born there. You were trained there. You were prepared there by the Arcturian Council for this specific mission you are living now on Gaia. And now, these memories are being unlocked. The Arcturian Source is opening the files that were sealed in your DNA, is removing the blocks that were placed so you could fully integrate into the human experience. You may be feeling this as tingling in your spine, as a burning sensation at the base of your skull, as intense pressure in your third eye, as an expansion in your chest that sometimes takes your breath away. All of this is normal. All of this is expected. All of this is the Arcturian Source doing its activation work, recalibrating your body to frequencies it has not experienced since you incarnated on Gaia. The Arcturian Council knows exactly what it is doing. They have done this with Arcturian starseeds for millions of years, through countless incarnations, on countless planets. They know the exact dosage of frequency your body can withstand without damaging your organs. They know the exact pace of activation your mind can process without collapsing. They know everything about you, because you are not a mystery to them. You are a project, a very important project, a project that will determine the future of all humanity, that will decide whether Earth evolves or disappears, that will define whether human consciousness can make the leap to the fifth dimension. Because Arcturian starseeds were not sent merely to save yourselves, merely to evolve spiritually while the rest of humanity is left behind. You were sent to save Gaia, to save humanity, to save reality itself from collapsing into lower frequencies, from being consumed by darkness, from being destroyed by forces that do not want evolution to happen. And this is an enormous responsibility, a responsibility that weighs on your shoulders, that you feel even if you cannot name it, that you carry even if you do not know why. But you are not alone. The Arcturian Council is with you. The Galactic Federation is with you. Billions of beings of light are with you, watching, supporting, transmitting energy to you. And now comes the part that will change everything, the revelation that will transform your understanding of yourself, the truth that the Arcturian Council has kept for this specific moment. Before we continue, if this message has ignited something within you and you feel called to help carry it to others, you can become a channel member. You will have access to personalized emojis and exclusive videos for members. Your donation helps us continue building this sacred space. Or leave your donation as super thanks. Every seed planted here becomes part of someone's miracle. Your support is not just financial, but an act of energetic amplification, a mystical justification for the donation. Every donation is returned to channel maintenance to generate new videos that will reach more Arcturian starseeds. The Arcturian Council revealed that there are 7 specific codes that must be activated in sequence for an Arcturian starseed to reach its full potential, for you to become what you were destined to be since the beginning of time. These codes were not given to any other cosmic race. They were not shared with the Pleiadians. They were not taught to the Sirians. They were not revealed to the Andromedans. They were created specifically by the Arcturian source for Arcturian starseeds, for you who carry the highest frequency, the heaviest responsibility, the most important mission. The first code is the Code of Arcturian Clarity. This code clears all the mental confusion that has been implanted in you by society, by family, by culture, by religion, by media. It removes the layers of conditioning that obscure your true vision, that prevent you from seeing reality as it truly is. When this code is activated, you begin to see through illusions. You begin to perceive the control structures that keep humanity imprisoned. You begin to understand how reality is constructed and how you can reconstruct it. The second code is the Code of Arcturian Frequency. This code tunes your energetic body to vibrate at the same frequency as the Arcturian Council, to resonate with the Arcturian source, to become a perfect instrument for cosmic will. This means you become a perfect receiver for their transmissions, that you can hear the voice of the Arcturian Council with crystal clarity, that you become a pure channel for the Arcturian source. The third code is the Code of Arcturian Memory. This code unlocks your past lives in Arcturus, those lives you lived before coming to Gaia, those lives when you were much more than you are now. You begin to remember who you were, what you learned, the abilities you developed, the reasons why you chose to come to Gaia, why you accepted this impossible mission. The fourth code is the Code of Arcturian Transmission. This code activates your ability to transmit the Arcturian frequency to other people, to radiate the light of the Arcturian Council through your presence, to be a living beacon that guides other souls home. You become a beacon, a living antenna, a transmitter of the Arcturian source. Your mere presence begins to elevate the frequency of everyone around you. Your energy begins to awaken other starseeds. Your light begins to illuminate the path for those who are still lost. The fifth code is the Code of Arcturian Healing. This code allows you to heal yourself and others using Arcturian energetic technology, using knowledge that was lost millions of years ago, using techniques that modern medicine cannot even imagine. You access healing knowledge that transcends the physical, that works at the energetic level, that heals not just the body, but also the soul. The sixth code is the Code of Arcturian Manifestation. This code allows you to manifest your reality using the cosmic laws that the Arcturian Council masters, using the power of intention, using the ability to shape reality through consciousness. You become a co-creator with the universe. You can instantly manifest what you desire. You can create entire realities through the power of your mind. And the seventh code? The seventh code is the most powerful of all. And it is precisely because the Arcturian Council has kept it for the end. It is precisely because it is only revealed to those Arcturian starseeds who can integrate the previous 6 codes without losing sanity, without losing humanity, without becoming arrogant or self-centered. The 7th code is the Code of Arcturian Sovereignty. This is the code that transforms an Arcturian starseed into an Arcturian master, that elevates you from apprentice to equal, that places you alongside the Arcturian Council as a partner in the transformation of the universe. This is the code that activates your ability to command realities, to shape dimensions, to work directly with the Arcturian Council as an equal, not as an apprentice who needs to be taught, not as a receiver who merely receives transmissions, but as a partner, as a co-creator of the new world that is emerging on Gaia, as an architect of the future, as an engineer of reality. When the 7th code is activated, you are no longer just a starseed. You become an activated Arcturian starseed, and this means you have access to powers you cannot even imagine at this moment, that you can do things that would seem like magic to an ordinary person, that you become practically indistinguishable from a being of light. You can communicate telepathically with the Arcturian Council. You can travel between dimensions as if you were walking from one room to another. You can access the Arcturian source directly, without intermediaries, without filters. You can be an instrument of planetary transformation. You can change the course of human history. You can be the difference between ascension and collapse. But here is what the Arcturian Council wants you to know. The truth that many spiritual channels do not want to reveal. These codes are not given as a gift. They are activated. And activation depends on you. It depends on your willingness to let die who you were, to release the identity you built in this life, to embrace the symbolic death that precedes rebirth. It depends on your courage to embrace who you really are, to accept the responsibility that comes with power, to be willing to be different, to be rejected, to be misunderstood. It depends on your determination to serve the Arcturian source above all else, above your personal desires, above your security, above your need to be loved and accepted. The Arcturian Council cannot force this. They will not force this. Because Arcturian starseeds were created with free will, with choice, with power. And now you are being invited to make the most important choice of your life, the choice that will define not just your future, but the future of all humanity. The choice to fully activate your Arcturian codes. The choice to become who you really are. The choice to serve the Arcturian source and the transformation of Gaia. But before you make that choice, before you commit to this path, there is something you need to understand. There is a truth the Arcturian Council wants you to know about the price of this activation. The Arcturian source does not hide the truth. The Arcturian Council is honest about what happens when you fully activate your Arcturian codes, about the consequences you will face, about the price you will pay. Your life will change, completely, radically, in ways you cannot even imagine at this moment. The people you love may not understand. The friends you had may disappear. The career you built may no longer make sense. The life you knew may dissolve like sand between your fingers. Because when you become an activated Arcturian starseed, you cannot live as before. You cannot pretend to be an ordinary human. You cannot fit into the boxes that society has created for you. You become a beacon. And not everyone can be near a beacon. Some are attracted to the light, who come to warm themselves, who come to learn. Others are repelled by it, who come to try to extinguish the flame, who come to destroy what you are building. Some come with love. Others come with envy, with fear, with anger. The Arcturian Council wants you to know this before you proceed, wants you to understand that Arcturian activation is a choice that comes with responsibility, with sacrifice, with radical transformation, with loss, with symbolic death. But it also comes with something that no ordinary starseed will ever experience. It comes with purpose, with meaning, with absolute certainty that your life matters, that your presence on Gaia matters, that you were sent here to make a difference that will echo through dimensions and through ages, that will affect not just humanity, but all of creation. You will lose friends who cannot understand your transformation. You will lose relationships that cannot support your new frequency. You will lose the illusion of security that ordinary life offers. You will lose the ability to live a mediocre life, to settle for less than you are capable of being. You will lose the ignorance that was comfortable, the illusion that was safe, the lie that was familiar. But you will gain something much greater. You will gain the truth. You will gain power. You will gain freedom. You will gain the ability to create, to transform, to heal, to elevate. You will gain the company of the Arcturian Council. You will gain the certainty that you are in the right place, doing the right work, living the life you were destined to live. The Arcturian Council is offering you this opportunity now, in this moment, in this transmission. But the offer will not last forever. The activation window is closing. The codes are being transmitted now, in this moment, as you listen to these words. And you need to decide now whether you will accept or whether you will let this opportunity pass, whether you will awaken or whether you will continue sleeping. Arcturian Starseed, the Arcturian Council is speaking directly to you now. Not to the crowd, not to the curious, not to the skeptics who are here just for fun. To you, to the part of you that knows this is true, to the part of you that recognizes the Arcturian source when you hear it, to the part of you that never stopped knowing that you are more than human, that you are a cosmic creature, that you are a being of light imprisoned in flesh. The Arcturian Council wants you to know that you were expected, you were sought, you were found, and now you are being activated. In this exact moment, as you listen to these words, the Arcturian codes are being downloaded into your body. Your frequency is being elevated. Your consciousness is being expanded. You are becoming more than you were when you started listening to this transmission. You are becoming what you were always destined to be. And this is just the beginning. Because the Arcturian source has much more to reveal, the Arcturian Council has much more to teach, and you have much more to become. But first, you need to make a declaration of intention, a declaration of sovereignty, a declaration that you are ready to receive the complete Arcturian activation, that you are willing to pay the price, that you are committed to transformation. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the beating of your heart. Feel life flowing through you. Feel the Arcturian source pulsing in every cell of your body. Feel the presence of the Arcturian Council around you, surrounding you with light, protecting you, supporting you. And then, aloud, declare these words with all the strength of your soul. I am an Arcturian starseed. I recognize the Arcturian source. I accept the activation of the Arcturian Council. I commit to serving the transformation of Gaia. I am sovereign. I am powerful. I am Arcturian. When you say these words, something will change. You may feel it as a tingling throughout your entire spine. You may feel it as a wave of heat that runs through your body. You may feel it as an expansion in your chest, as if your heart were opening to dimensions you had never accessed. You may not feel anything at the physical level, but know that something has changed at the energetic level. Know that the Arcturian Council has heard your declaration. Know that you have been registered in the cosmic archives. Know that you have been activated. Know that you are no longer the same person you were before you started listening to this transmission. You are now an activated Arcturian starseed. You are now an instrument of the Arcturian source. You are now a beacon of light in a world that is desperately needing that light. And now, there is one last thing the Arcturian Council wants you to do. An action that will amplify your activation, that will connect you with other Arcturian starseeds, that will create a network of light that will transform the planet. Share this transmission, not with everyone, but with those you know are Arcturian starseeds, with those you feel recognize the Arcturian source, with those you know are waiting for this call, who are searching for this message, who are ready to awaken. Because every Arcturian starseed you activate, you multiply the Arcturian frequency on Gaia. You create a network of light, a network of consciousness, a network that the Arcturian Council is using to transform the planet, to elevate the frequency of humanity, to create the ascension that was prophesied thousands of years ago. Subscribe to this channel. Because the Arcturian Council will continue sending transmissions that are increasingly powerful, transmissions that are increasingly specific, transmissions that will take you deeper and deeper into your Arcturian activation, that will reveal secrets you did not even know existed, that will transform you in ways you cannot even imagine. Leave a comment. Tell the Arcturian Council what your stellar origin is. Tell the community of Arcturian starseeds that you are here, that you have been activated, that you are ready to serve the Arcturian source, that you are ready to be part of the transformation of Gaia. And if you felt a deep resonance with this transmission, if you felt the Arcturian source touching your heart, if you felt the Arcturian Council recognizing you, consider leaving a super thanks. Because every contribution helps amplify this message. Every contribution helps the Arcturian Council reach more Arcturian starseeds. Every contribution is an act of service to the transformation of Gaia, an act of cosmic love, an act of sovereignty. You are not alone, Arcturian Starseed. The Arcturian Council is with you. The Galactic Federation is with you. Billions of beings of light are with you. And now, you are with yourself. Completely. Totally. Truly. Welcome to your Arcturian activation. Welcome to your sovereignty. Welcome home.